So you're a buyer and you want to buy a house in Northern Virginia or Loudoun County, but you want to know what's the deal with open houses? Well, I'm going to break it down for you. Stay tuned. We'll talk everything there is to know about being a buyer in Loudoun County and open houses. Hi, my name is Griffin. I'm a top-selling real estate agent in the Northern Virginia and Loudoun County area. I own Loudoun Living at Pearson Smith Realty. I also own a very popular moms group called the Loudoun Moms. We're over 10,000 moms strong here in Loudoun County and have everything you need to know about living here in Loudoun County. So let's talk about open houses. It's February. Spring has sprung here in Northern Virginia. I helped with an open house a few weeks back, and we had over 40 families at the open house. Yes, 40 groups of people at the open house. It was bananas. It was 2 hours long, and I'll tell you, I felt like I ran a marathon afterwards. But you know, I kept seeing a lot of buyers and the same issues kept coming up. So I want to go over those with you just so that way, as you're a buyer in this market, especially in the spring busy market, you're ready and have your best foot forward to get the house that you want. So first and foremost was a lot of buyers were saying how much they love the house. It was really pretty, I have to admit. But they wanted to know from myself, like, how do we write an offer? We want this house, how do we do this? And the first question I ask is, do you have a lender? Are you pre-approved? And you know what? Most of the time, no. So before you go shopping, I highly recommend get with a lender. Figure out what you're pre-qualified for, because what if you're looking at a house that's $650,000, but you only qualify for $500? You're not going to be able to get that house. Likewise, what if you're looking at a house at $650,000, but you qualify for $800? That's a totally different type of home. It could be a different area. It can open up a whole bunch of different doors. So really get your pre-approval with your lender before you go shopping. Yes, shopping is the fun part, but the lender part doesn't take that long. If you turn over your documents, most people say the 1003 application takes maybe 15 to 30 minutes, not bad at all. And then already sending over your documents, you should already have them right now because it's kind of like tax season and pay stubs are usually pretty easy to pull off. So you're talking maybe an hour of your time, but then you'll know what number you qualify for. The next question I always ask, and I'm always surprised at the answer, is, do you have a real estate agent? And most people say no. So you need to have a lender, but you also need another partner, and that's a real estate agent that will help you and guide you in this process. Now, oftentimes you think it's better to go with the list agent because you're going to save money or, somehow get credited for the commission or something like that. But actually, as a buyer, it's not in your best interest to have the list agent represent you in the transaction. They represent the seller, and they have a fiduciary duty to the seller to do what's in the best interest for the seller. How can they do the best interest for the seller and the buyer? Someone's in the middle, right? Just like, and a parent would be. You're like, which child are you going to pick? Well, that's really a hard position to be in. So you really want someone advocating for you and doing the best thing for you, not the seller. Also, in our agency, we can't do dual agency. So I can't represent a seller and I can't represent a buyer. So I wouldn't be able to write that offer had that buyer really wanted to buy that house. So definitely do your research, find a real estate agent like myself that can help you, guide you through the process of finding your dream home. And lastly, I always recommend to my clients when they're looking for houses to buy, after we've gotten pre-approved, we've talked about what you want, but sometimes you're still not sure areas, neighborhoods, what type of home. Maybe you're thinking single family or townhome, but you're really not sure which one fits for you. Use the open house as speed dating. Yes, an open house can be speed dating. You can go through a lot of neighborhoods and a lot of different types of homes within a matter of 2 hours, or maybe on a weekend, 4 hours if you do it over both days, 4 to 6 hours. So you can really crank through some of these areas and figure out, where do I want to live? What neighborhood do I like? Do I like the townhome floor plans in this neighborhood? Or did I like the single family floor plans in this neighborhood? And really identify what type of home you want. So you can really go through it and really hone in on what neighborhood you want to live in and what type of home. Because once you're kind of narrowed in on where you want to be, it makes everything so much easier and you won't miss your dream home. Because too often, if we're looking everywhere and we're not focused on where we need to be, we may miss something that was perfect, that was way over here, but we weren't looking for it. So really hone in your list, hone in where you want to be, use open houses as speed dating, make sure you have a lender, make sure you have a real estate agent, and that will turn your open house experience into a ton of fun. If you have any questions about buying or selling a home here in the Northern Virginia, Loudoun County area, I'd love to be a resource for you. My email address is below, and my phone number is 571-354-7325. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We have a lot more great videos coming out this year all about buying and selling a home here in the Northern Virginia, Loudoun County area.